Hello again, South Africa. I'm Nik Rabinowitz.
I'm Hezron Louw.
Welcome back to Tyres and Braaiers, where finally we go international. We're in London.
Nick, it's East London, in the Eastern Cape.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see how that misunderstanding happened.
Today we drive an extinct car, the 62 Studebaker Hawk.
To visit a fish everybody thought was extinct until it showed up right here.
Then we go to the airport, Nick, where the show finally takes off.
That's right, Tyres and Braaiers becomes Flyers and Braaiers. Then it's back down to earth for a fish braai where we taste the extinct coelacanth.
Don't you even think about it, Nick.
What, okay, maybe a buffalo.
No buffalo here either.
Oh, they call it the Buffalo City. Have you seen one buffalo?
Zero.
I think they should change the name to Bluffalo City.
Why?
Because they're bluffing about the buffalo.
Kenny Willemse. I'm a mechanic by profession, and all I do in my spare time is building Studebakers, and everything about Studebakers I like. I am a Studebaker freak. My passion for cars started many years ago when I was still a little boy. I knew about Studebakers, but I never ever saw them because they were very scarce. This is 1962 GT Hawk, 259 V8 motor in, power brakes in front, but it hasn't got power steering. It's basically still an old school car. I love it. It's something different to the other cars. I like to be different to the others.
Yes.
Yes, Nick.
My 5-year-old recently asked me what happens when we die.
What'd you say?
I said, that's the burden of being a Cape Townian Jew. We go to Pinelands. This is where cars come to die in East London.
Cheers. It looks a bit rough, but are you sure this is the right place?
I think so. Look, do you see over there? That is the 1968 Austin Mini. May her dear soul rest in peace.
She looks like she's got something on her. This is stuff here, eh?
It's very sad.
Wow, Nick. Check this out.
Cool.
What are these?
These are Studebakers.
Gee whiz.
Studebaker Bucky. Or
Wow.
Studebaki, as they used to call it.
Studebaker. Look at this.
Studebaker.
One.
And these are the sedans, I guess.
Whoa. I think this was a hearse. Who owns these?
That's Kenny.
Kenny.
Kenny Willemse.
Hey.
Is it you, Kenny?
That's right.
How's it, man?
Hi, fine. Pleased to meet you.
Kenny Willemse, awesome guy, a passion, absolute passion for Studebaker. It's actually a bit creepy how much he likes the Studebaker, eh? He's got like 10 running Studebakers, 5 still in production. So this is the one that started it all, Kenny?
Yes, this is the one that I bought in Calvinia, and that's for my first Studebaker that I bought and rebuilt. And this is where it all starts.
Kenny, I see behind you there, you've been a member of AA for a long time. How long have you been sober for?
For quite a long time.
Excellent.
That I can't remember.
Show us some other
Stunning.
things there.
This is beautiful. He's got hubcaps everywhere, number plates everywhere.
These ones here is all the Free State ones. This side here is also Natal. There you get your Cape Town, Western Province ones, and Transvaal ones, the TJ, TP, TG, all those is the old Transvaal ones.
So much passion here, Nick.
I've heard of this car, and suddenly I'm seeing the legend. It hasn't been made for decades. It's practically extinct. It's like the coelacanth here in the city of East London, which feels like it's going extinct as well. There's a theme emerging.
The Studebaker collector, the man of the studies.
What did you say the nickname was? Afrikaans nickname?
Studebaker.
Is that because they break down a lot?
Are they not reliable?
I wouldn't say that.
Should
That's
we-
just a nickname.
Should we be concerned?
Het jy ooit die borge gestoot?
Ah, yes, ran up fuel with me once.
Driving around in East London is a slightly surreal experience. It sort of has the natural beauty of this coastline, but it's a little bit unkempt, it's a little bit uncared for. It looks like it needs a bit of TLC, a bit of love and care. I don't want to be insulting towards the Buffalo City, but it would help if there was like one buffalo.
But it's a very smooth drive. It almost feels like you're gliding on the road.
Yeah, we're only doing 60 miles an hour now.
Are we only doing 60 miles
an hour, yeah.
Explain that to me again.
Double it and subtract the fifth.
When you drive in the Studebaker, everybody whistles, claps. It attracts a lot of attention. But as you drive on the road, it actually feels like you're floating on the street. It doesn't feel like you're driving because the suspension is so light. You actually can't feel the street. That's how good it is. It's a fantastic ride.
Well, the Studebaker Lark, the police use the Studebaker Lark and they use the champ buckies, okay? The Lark came out and you know, funny enough, they had a little hole in the front of the window with a sliding flap in front of it for them to shoot through. So they put the rifle through there and shoot the gangsters and all the criminals and that.
Kenny he's got a Studebaker Hawk and a Studebaker Lark as well. The Hawk was a sporty coupe. The Lark actually was that bright blue, not bright blue, baby blue car that he first saw in California, that he first laid eyes on. It was love at first sight. And he told us the Lark was actually used by the South African police from 1962. They quite liked it. They actually inserted a hole in the windscreen and they could use it to shoot guns at people. Awkward. I said awkward. Kenny dropped us off in the Studebaker, got to the museum.
It's a lovely museum. It's in East London. I get very excited about museum. There's old things in there, specimens.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you Nandi?
Yes.
I'm Nik.
Nandi.
Hi, Nandi. I'm Hezron.
Nandi, what a lovely lady, very knowledgeable. Took us around, showed us the Nahoon footprints. 2,000-year-old footprints.
What are these?
The fossil footprints.
Was he barefoot? Who knows if these footprints were made by a barefoot guy 200,000 years ago? So the footprints, it was intriguing. Also then realizing the process of how fossils are made. It's very interesting that something gets fossilized and only that thing gets fossilized, you know?
Saw the Xhosa display, Mjito, the marriage, roadside scenes, and Ulaluko, the circumcision. I wanted to see that in particular because I grew up with Xhosa people. I was the white sheep of their family. For my bar mitzvah, they sent me to the mountain. It was all very traumatic. I'm joking, I was circumcised when I was born. But it was traumatic. I didn't walk for a whole year.
Nandi? Ntonile?
This is the Hoof Maskull, one of highlights in the museum. It's known to be 120,000 years old, and it was discovered in the Hoof district.
We had a look around. We saw the Hoof Maskull. I don't think we need to add anything to that.
The Coelacanth, a living fossil. These fish were thought to be extinct, and then some guy went fishing and boom, he caught a Coelacanth.
So, Nandi, this is the pride and joy of the East London Museum. The Coelacanth, the most important zoological discovery of the 20th century, thought originally to be extinct sort of 66 million years ago. Suddenly, someone catches one here in East London in 1938. Tell us about this baby.
We are known internationally for this fish. It was discovered in 1938 on the 22nd of December. It was discovered in the Chalumna River, and it was identified by Dr. J.L.B. Smith. Major Latimer, who was the curator of the museum, described the fish and then sent the documents or the letter to J.L.B. Smith, who was out of town at the moment.
Is it true that Marjorie went on board the ship belonging to Mr. Goosen to identify the fish and that she had to bribe him to get it because he wanted to use it for his Christmas braai?
No, that is not true.
That's what happens here in East London.
It's hardcore, eh?
Hey?
Yeah, it was very interesting and made the museum popular.
A great museum, and of course, its pride and joy, the most important zoological find of the 20th century, right here, Monty, in East London. I must say, I'm very hungry. I got up early, flew here. There are no snacks in the Studebaker. No muffins, no student bakers, anywhere in sight. And I can't wait for padkos. Bring it on, Hez.
This car gives you a sense of grandeur. You feel...
Feeling of time's gone by.
Yes.
Do you know that when my dad went off to fight in 1941, his friend fetched him from the Makwalan in a Studebaker.
Your dad fought.
That's how he left for the war.
Your dad fought in the war. Which war?
World War II.
Serious?
Yeah.
I feel like I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love with the Studebaker Hawk. And Kenny, he's such a cool guy. Actually, it's just like the best ever.
Are we near to the beach?
Yes.
Which would be the nearest beach?
Eastern Beach. We are on the Eastern Beach now.
Eastern Beach. Yeah. Here's the braai there.
That's exciting. So there's a big braai culture here in
Yes, very big, very big. On weekends, you can't even get here.
I made for Nik and Kenny a salmon bagel today. Nik's people have been eating salmon bagels for hundreds of thousands of years. So I did a lovely salmon bagel. I took some dough and some chives, and I chopped these up and I put them in some cream cheese. I also chopped up some capers, mixed it all into the lovely cream cheese. Took the bagels, cut them down the middle. I smeared the dough, chives and caper mixture over on both sides of the bagel. I layered some lettuce on it. I layered some lovely smoked salmon on it, some scrambled egg that we had made previously on top of it, and then I put some onions, I put some chili, and then I stacked on a lot of cucumbers, cut it down the middle, and boom, revealed this beautiful sandwich that just had these layers. Yes, like, my mouth's watering all over again just thinking about how delicious that sandwich was. How's it, brothers?
Hello.
Hello.
How you guys doing? I made for you, Nik, a bagel with cream cheese and salmon.
He knows me.
Bagel.
Yes. Here you go, brothers.
You know that they call the bagel, if you put it together, the Jewish people love the bagel.
Yeah.
We call it, in Afrikaans, we call it the eenholige jootjie broodjie.
The bagel's a super easy snack to make. You can prepare all of the ingredients at home and just put them in little Tupperwares, and then when you get to where you want to eat them, just boom, slap it together. That's why I chose the bagel for today.
No, it's good.
Is it a common thing to eat on the beach?
Yes. But not this type of food. Normally it's a braai or you bring your own sandwiches or whatever. But never had it like this before.
What do you think of
This is quite good. It's very nice.
Yeah, this is just one of those magic moments, an amazing moment. I saw dolphins surfing. Magic. Wow. It's London. Surfing dolphins, jumping dolphins. I feel like we bonded there. Like our bond is now inseparable.
Do you know that dolphins are the only other mammals apart from us that actually have sex for fun? It's known as the Port of Wrecks because there's over 100 shipwrecks along this coastline. So that's why they put the cemetery next door to the lighthouse, so they could remind the lighthouse keeper what happens when he's not paying attention.
And now, we're off to braai with pilots. Yeah, you heard me right. We're taking off. Arriving at the airport was amazing. East London has a relatively small airport compared to what we used to up in Joburg, but it's quite quaint. You feel quite comfortable. We also had the opportunity to get onto a small aircraft to go for a brief flight over East London.
We met our cool-looking pilot, Sipho Mangwezi. Very confident. How are you, sir?
I'm Nik.
And then when you get and you sit in the plane, then it's about safety first. So they do a number of checks.
But he was full of enthusiasm, ebullience even, one might say. Wearing his pilot Ray-Bans. Got into that small aeroplane, thought about my wife and kids. Wondered if maybe it was better if we just stayed on the ground.
Sipho is also one of the youngest pilots in South Africa. What an amazing guy, what an amazing pilot.
Hezron actually accelerated.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Full power, power. That's it. Well done, man. Bring it.
It's down that runway.
And rotate. Rotate. Let's go. Tyres and Braaiers.
Flying over East London was amazing. We flew over the Buffalo River.
We are coming now towards, this is the Buffalo River. That's the, in front at my 1 o'clock is the East London Harbour.
I didn't realize how beautiful East London, the coastline is really beautiful. We went back down to the beach where we were earlier with the Studebaker. Past Nahoon Beach, all these rivers flowing into the sea, people on kayaks, surfboards, suppers, occasional great white shark.
Oh, but do you see the smoke? Yes. They're having a braai right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
That's our first aerial view of a braai.
Oh, yeah.
Great experience. Came back in to land, perfect landing. Sipho is an accomplished pilot. He's a great guy. He's living his dream.
Magnificent landing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, baby.
Just want to throw one more thing on behalf of SABC, Tyres and Braaiers. Would like to say thank you very much for accommodating us. They're my big thanks, Rick.
It's a pleasure, anytime. Good day, cheers.
Oh, that was awesome, eh?
Man, yeah.
Yeah. What a landing. Apparently, every landing you walk away from is a good one.
Any landing you walk away. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
Guys, hi.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm a high five guy. I'm a high five.
Derek.
Hey. Yeah, it was very nice chilling at the braai. It was, everyone was chilled. When we arrived, the first thing I said is, let's make a cocktail for the people because we had just experienced this flight and I'm not used to flying in a small aircraft.
Let me introduce you.
So today I did for us a strawberry ginger-infused mojito. I built the cocktail first. I put in a lot of ice. I put the strawberries in. I put in some of the strawberry ginger-infused simple syrup. I put in a half a bottle of white rum. I put in some lemon juice. I put in some ginger beer. And then I put in mint and cherries and strawberries just to bring it all together. What an amazing drink. What an amazing, easy drink. You can make this drink anytime for friends coming over. All you have to do is prep for it. It's one of the easiest, most delicious drinks you will have. The drink was received by the crowd with some skepticism. Okay, who's ready for a drink?
Me.
Whoa, there we go.
Thank you.
Do you guys
Anyone
drink?
else?
I don't drink.
Do you drink?
80% of these pilots don't drink. Lucky they had some friends that did drink.
Yes, if they don't drink, I'll take two.
All right, okay. You know, this guy told me that his dream as a kid, he wanted to be a pilot, but his friends told him he could only be a taxi driver, maybe.
Maybe.
And then
If he makes it, yeah.
I realized he's actually a proper pilot because when air traffic control said to him earlier, why didn't you call us to tell us you were ready?
He said, I did. I sent you a please call me.
Yes! Hello,
Now, I've never seen so many people involved in one menu, Nik. Never, you know. Tell me about your chicken.
Okay. It's very basic. I just fried my onion with my green peppers. And I've added a little bit of garlic for flavor. Added some chicken, mushroom, and a little bit of fresh cream.
So what I'm going to do is we actually pour this in here to make our pie.
Into what?
Into the pastry.
Okay.
All right. So make sure you don't pour all of it into there.
Is this a pie pastry?
Yeah.
The braai pie. You know what? I don't think I've actually ever... No, I've had one braai pie. I think we've had a braai pie on the show made by Carl Weber, the boykie from Bloem. But sure, I feel like Luco's braai pie takes the cake.
On our menu, we've got some nice mutton chops over there.
Right.
With some pork chops. My boars will go onto the fire soon. And then I've got my secret marinade that I throw on there. It's a secret ingredient. I throw it on there.
Andrew, you do know I'm vegetarian.
Is it? Yeah.
What do you have for me?
I think my wife prepared a salad for you.
We've prepared a
Lovely.
salad for you.
You came all this way.
Just jokes, just jokes. All right, let's go braai the pie.
We were braaiing, talking, laughing. What a fantastic feeling.
Andrew, the man with the tongue, a deft tongue. He has a deft tongue. And those chops, I've tasted those chops. Those chops are very good. Andrew, thank you. What you see there is South Africa, people. Blurring the boundaries between cultures, people, and made-up groups. It's beautiful.
Wow, you guys have really put together a spread and a half. Thank you very much to Kenny and his beautiful Studebaker.
And then to be flown by a man, a young man, a man who doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones, but a healthy looking man. He needs to eat a bit of this braai pie. What an honor to meet you.
Yeah, food was awesome. Sipho and Andrew braaied fantastically. These are my favorite types of braaiers. I think all South Africans should take up the barbecue-basted braai on. Very impressive style of braaiing. We had a few salads here and there. And then the pièce de résistance, the braai pie.
I must say that being with these people and flying over East London has slightly changed my perception of the place. It felt a little bit, at first, a little bit run down, but it is a spectacularly beautiful place. The people are full of life. I love East London. Don't